Hi, welcome to Therapy Podcast. My name is Pilar.
My name is Ryan.
And this is the first Fix It and Post recap episode.
Yes. Welcome. This week we'll be recapping all of the episodes that we filmed so far. We're going to clarify anything that we may have missed or misstated. And then we'll be looking at our ratings and where each movie stacks up and like our overall rankings. And finally, we're going to leave you guys with some of our favorite outtakes from the first 10 episodes.
Yeah, we're really excited to get this episode going because we do have some things that we need to clarify.
Yes. I'll start us off. So we're going to kind of go in order of the episodes in the order in which we filmed them. So starting with the There Will Be Blood episode.
First one.
I referred to the actor who played HW as, I can't remember his name. That's how I refer to him.
And then we never got clarification of who he actually was.
Yeah, so I just wanted to clear his name up and kind of his story. So his name is Dylan Frazier. He is or was one of several boys that the casting director, her name I think is Cassandra Kulukundis, maybe. She went to a bunch of schools in Texas and like these rural Texas. Yes, Freedom for his breakfast. And Dylan was kind of a standout, and while he was very likely to be chosen for the role, fate was kind of sealed, as legend has it, when Cassandra was on her way to another school to look at more boys, and she was pulled over by a police officer for speeding. The police officer happened to be Dylan's mother.
Oh my God.
That's what kind of happened, I think. Not that he got the role because getting her off of the speeding ticket or anything. But yeah.
That's what they don't want you to know.
I mean, it's definitely like...
all Hollywood is nepotism, dude. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, so that's kind of the crazy story with him.
Whoa, okay, that's pretty cool. It's almost like the same thing as Roma, where it was like she wasn't even supposed to. Well, I guess he auditioned, but fate had be it where
had be it. Fate had be it.
Anyways, all right. So that's all you wanted to clarify.
Yeah, that's it for the There Will Be Blood episode.
Okay. Our second episode was Ladybird, and I think we pretty much delved pretty deep into that episode. None of us really have anything that we want to clarify, aside that it's like a really good film. But our third episode is The Birds, which I feel like was the first episode where we were both like,
we were less impressed with the movie in the third episode.
Yeah. But I feel like personally for me, the more that I think about The Birds, I had a really good time. So I really did end up liking it. But one of the things that I didn't get to mention, I think I thought about it, but then I like lost my train of thought. I said, speaking of sexual tension, and then I think I froze, and then I forgot to mention it. But there was like a lot of weird sexual tension between the man, Mitch, yes. Between Mitch and his mother. He kept calling her dear or darling, something like that. Yeah. I don't know. And the way he said it was like really gross.
Yeah, like that.
Darling.
Yes.
So I just feel like there was a lot of jealousy from the mother because that was her like only son or whatever. Her husband died. She feels alone. So there was like a weird like interactions with them.
As long as you know what you want, Mitch.
I know exactly what I want.
Where it felt like they were kind of like secret lovers. I don't know. Not like secret lovers, but I don't know. It was weird sexual tension.
Well, I mean, Hitchcock has this history with sons and mothers. So.
Oh, I guess there is like...
Yeah.
Not Patrick Bateman. What's his name?
Patrick Bateman.
No, the guy. The psycho guy.
Yeah.
What's his name?
What is it?
It's something Bateman, right?
Norman Bates.
Norman Bates.
Yes.
Okay. Close enough.
Yes.
I knew Bate was in there. So another thing I wanted to mention was Annie, the lesbian teacher.
let's just put it out there. She's lesbian.
I mean, I feel like it's canon. She's lesbian.
Well, all right.
She actually played Zira in the Simba Pride, or Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. So she played Scar's, not wife, but like alleged lover who had... mistress, yes.
Scar's
who had
mistress.
Scar's bastard child.
Wow.
Which I think is really cool. I don't know.
Okay, well, I also wanted to bring up Annie because I never said what my favorite thing was about the birds in the episode.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. I was so ready to be done with that episode. Anyway, my one favorite thing in the birds is when Annie is dead and they go to her house and find her dead, and Mitch is there to like put his jacket on top of her. Like, you see Annie's leg, like, sticking up, and there's a fly on her leg, like her dead leg.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, that's really good attention to detail.
A little attention to detail.
Yeah, I don't know how, it looks like a real fly. I don't know how they got it there.
It was probably just a fly in the room. Just like, I'm just chilling.
I mean, they're outside. Probably a fly in the room.
But yeah, okay. Sorry, you didn't get to say that in the episode. All right. So we got that. We got the birds wrapped up. Anything that you want to say about our 4th episode, which was Parasite?
No. We covered Parasite.
Yeah, I think we went really deep on Parasite. Definitely one of the episodes that we were like hoping to do because we had a lot of words. But our 5th episode was Roma, and I think we both have something that we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
So I specifically wanted to talk about what the point of Sophie, the daughter, was. I felt like she was cast aside, but I felt like that was very intentional because a lot of girls in like Mexican households are kind of just pushed to the side, as boys are typically the ones that are the head of the household, so they constantly get the most attention. And I felt like Sophie got a lot of backhands, like not compliments, but like comments about her. Like there was a scene where they're like, oh, let's eat strawberries with cream. And then they're like, oh, not for Sophie, though, because she's getting a little fat. Stuff like that. There was, like, little comments about Sophie. Like, Sophie really didn't have any lines, really. But there was always stuff, like, just slightly mentioned about her. And I felt like that was, like, really close attention to how it is to be a girl in this sort of society in a Mexican household.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's the same for a lot of cultures. I see that a lot in American cultures, too, where they get tiny things picked about them, like, oh, like, it's just boys being boys or whatever, you know, where they are being dismissed.
Right.
And I felt like that was a really good attention to detail.
Okay. All right. Anything else for Roma?
Oh, yes. I did want to suggest a book. If you did like Roma, we have a book. There's this book that I really highly recommend reading if you like Roma. It generally deals with womanhood and girlhood in the Mexican households in Mexico. It's called Caramelo. It's by Sandra Cisneros. It's really good. It's kind of chaotic. The chapters are like maybe 5 pages each. So there's like 1 million chapters in here, but it's really good. It's really, I feel like it's really endearing, and I don't know, it just holds a special place in my heart. Oh. So I highly recommend this book if you liked Roma.
Oh. Right.
But yeah, what did you want to talk about?
One thing that I meant to mention in the episode, we talked about like the objective camera movements, like the slow panning shots. There's one scene in particular where I thought that it really comes across the objectiveness of it all, and that's when Cleo's water breaks, and they're trying to rush her to the hospital.
Oh yeah.
And she's in the back of this car, and the shot starts off, and there's all this traffic,
like
and
stuck
it's
in a tunnel.
Yeah, and it slowly pans, and you see all these cars just sitting there, and then you see the driver just sitting there, and then you see Cleo in the back seat, and I think there's like a family in the car next to them.
I think so.
Just kind of watching.
Oh my gosh.
And it's so, you feel so powerless as a viewer, and you can't help but relate to how powerless Cleo and Senora Teresa and the driver are in that moment too. Like they can't go anywhere.
Right.
And
it's like the driver is trying his best, but literally they cannot do anything. They cannot move.
That's you just.
It's you literally feel so hopeless and helpless.
Yeah, I feel so tight after seeing
that's what I love about Roma, just how like it makes you feel so much tension, and you're just like, talk about anxiety.
All right, let's get off of Roma.
Okay, let's go to our 6th episode. Was Little Hours. I think we pretty much, it's not that deep of a film, so we didn't have too much to talk about. So there's not too much that we wanted to clarify.
Yeah. Good on the Little Hours.
So after the Little Hours, we did Sucker Punch, our 7th episode, and we went into that film pretty deep as well. But we did, in the heat of the moment, we did leave out some stuff, or at least I did. And I think I didn't really leave out anything. I just wanted to clarify that I was confused, that I thought Sweet Pea was the younger sister. Mm-hmm. And I thought Rocket was the older sister, which, I mean, in hindsight, I should have known better, because Rocket definitely looks like the younger sister, but I was like, that's pretty cool. A different dynamic where, like, the younger sister is, like, the one who's responsible. But, no, I was wrong. Sweet Pea was older. So, I don't know. That's all I wanted to clarify, that I was confused on that viewpoint. Still don't like it, but, yeah.
I got you. I got nothing to say about Sucker Punch.
Yeah. Well, let's never talk about Sucker Punch again.
Moving along, Black Swan was our 8th episode. I think I covered everything I wanted to talk about in Black Swan. What about you?
The only thing I wanted to talk about Black Swan is that, like, looking at it again and again, I just think it's, like, too perfect to the point where, like, it becomes uninteresting at some point. I think after, like, delving into it, I don't think I want to watch it again. I just feel like I've seen all that it can present to me, and I'm good.
Okay.
So that's all I wanted to say.
After Black Swan, we did Coraline. I just wanted to clarify, in the Coraline episode, our roommate Reese came in and set us straight on the little doll that other mother uses to lure people into the, like, other realm. I just wanted to clarify. So yes, the Coraline doll is the same as the mom and dad doll that we see later on.
Right.
They do burn that. Coraline and Wybie burn that, eliminating the doll from future uses from other mother. That's basically what happens. We kind of missed that.
Yeah, we did definitely miss that, and Reese just overheard us kind of yelling about it, and they were like, hold on, wait, I gotta school these people, so...
Which is very welcome.
Yes.
If you guys have a similar opinion or
like just things
on,
that we missed that you want to let us know, like, I am here for any criticism, anything thrown at me. Like, I'm here to learn, I'm here to express my opinion and grow from it. Hopefully Ryan's here for the same thing.
She just wants to fight.
I do.
So even that being the case, it still is a plot hole. So Wybie's mother or grandmother has this Coraline doll forever, but we see the Coraline doll being floated off by other mother out into the world at the opening scene of the movie, like the opening credits. So we must assume that happened forever ago, right?
Right, like straight after her sister went missing.
Yes. Because the Coraline doll is in Wybie's grandmother's possession after that.
Right. I mean, I understand what they were trying to do with Wybie, but I felt like he kind of did mess up a lot of things that were... Oh, I mean, I didn't read the book, but I would assume were, like, kind of tightly knit in the book.
Nice pun for knitting. Very nice. Okay, that's it. That's all I got to say about Coraline.
All right. Our last episode, which is our 10th episode, is Lifesize. I was very excited for this film. Ryan was not. But one thing that I want to clarify on, like, what I had said about Tyra's acting, like, I did say that she was, like, really goofy, but I felt like it was a good balance, because Tyra herself is a really goofy person. Like, if you've seen America's Next Top Model, she has, like, no line. She will do whatever it takes to, like, steal the spotlight. And I felt like in this film, I did feel like she had the spotlight on her, but she was not overtly goofy to the point where it was, like, ridiculous. I felt like it was a good balance between being goofy and understanding the assignment of being a doll brought to life.
Okay.
So it was, like, a really good balance for Tyra, and I was very surprised by that.
Okay, I gotcha. That makes sense.
But yeah, that's pretty much all our clarifications for our episodes.
Yeah, let's get into kind of how they stack up overall against each other. So I've made this big chart on Google Drive. Check that thing out. I've made kind of a tier list. The tier list is set up with the average score between myself and Pilar. Also, the corresponding row has Pilar's rating is on the top in green. My rating is on the bottom in like a fuchsia color. And then our average score is in the middle. Yeah, and as you can see on the Beeg Chart here, we also have other movies that we included in the establishment episode. For those, they have the rating that we gave in the bottom right-hand corner. But only one of us gave our rating for each of those movies. There's a couple, like American Psycho, we both gave a 10.
Yes.
Also down here on the C tier, both Hereditary and Her, we gave our ratings for those. That's where they stand overall. But for the rest of them, the overall rating is still kind of pending.
Right.
As we haven't given our... as we each have not given our final rating of those movies. For our overall rankings, here is how the movies that we have reviewed, the full episodes that we've given you, here's how they kind of stack up against each other. In first place overall, at the very top of the S tier, we have Roma, which got a perfect 10 from us.
Perfect 10!
Woo! Then right behind Roma, also in S tier, we have both There Will Be Blood and Parasite, both with a 9.8. You gave both of them a 9.9. I gave both of them a 9.7.
Oh, wow. That's funny.
Behind them, we have Black Swan. You said that you wanted to change your rating of Black Swan.
So I did want to change my rating for Black Swan. I'm changing it from a 9.6 to a 9.5. Just after thinking about it, I just felt like enjoyment wise, I just like kind of it depleted. So I just knocked it down 1 point. But I do feel like it's significant to change it because I do feel like I've changed my opinion.
Okay.
So I'm changing that.
I respect that. You know, a single 10th of a point taken off for lack of enjoyment. I gotcha. Yeah. Also, you're coming right down to my rating at 9.5. So
I didn't know we're matching now.
We're in complete agreement there.
Yay.
Also in A tier, coming in 5th place of the 10 episodes that we've watched, we have Lady Bird, which earned a 9.15 overall rating from us. Then down in B tier, kind of by itself right now, we have Coraline. That got a 7.6 overall. All right, then down in D tier, we have 3 movies. We have The Birds with a 6.5 overall. The Little Hours are at 6.3.
So I do want to change my rating for The Little Hours.
Okay.
I am changing my rating from 6.5 to just a 6.0.
Okay.
Again, it's the same realm with overall enjoyment, and just looking at it again, the writing, I felt like there was none present. So I did dock it down 5 points, which I felt like it's a fine film. It's nice and entertaining, but it's not anything revolutionary or significant that you would want to like seek out for.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
All right, well that new rating will be a 6.05.
Oh.
So it'll maintain the same position, just slightly higher than Lifesize, which is pretty surprising. You rated it really high at 7.9.
Yeah.
I gave it a 4. I kind of like where it's sitting right now.
Yeah, I do think that's kind of funny that we have an episode with such a high split opinion.
Yeah.
But I think that's good.
I think it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense for me to like Lifesize and you not to.
And then way down here in the F tier, we have Sucker Punch with a 2.95 rating overall.
And that's where it belongs.
That is definitely where it belongs. Almost seems too high at 2.95.
I know. I was like, do I want to change this? But no, I do feel like 3.1 is fair. It's not my favorite, but it does what it needs to do for the audience that it wants to give it to.
Yeah, that pretty much does it for this recap episode. However, before we wrap it up, we did just go to the theaters just a couple of days ago, and we saw A Quiet Place 2. Would you recommend A Quiet Place 2?
To watch it in theaters, yes, definitely. We've had our issues with it, but I definitely think it is a good enough film. Like, it's fun. It definitely had me at the edge of my seat at some point. I think I cried maybe at one point. So I definitely think it's worth watching in theaters with all the surround sound specifically. So definitely go out and watch it. Do you feel like you would agree with that recommendation?
Yeah, I think going to the theater is a really good idea for Quiet Place 2. So we did not rewatch A Quiet Place before we went. I think I would have rather rewatched AQuiet Place before going to see it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Before going to see A Quiet Place. Because it does kind of just pick up where the story left off. Yeah. We went to an AMC. It seemed pretty safe.
Yes.
Overall.
I feel like not enough people are going to the movies right now that
there was like 10 total people in this giant theater.
So it felt relatively good for social distancing.
Excellent. So this is it. Thank you very much for watching us. Please subscribe to the channel, share us with your friends.
Follow us on Instagram. We are There Will Be Podcast, and on Twitter. We are Pod from a Basket. So if you have any comments, questions, rebuttals that you would like to send to us, please do it on those platforms. You can also do it in the comments in the bottom of this video.
Yeah, rather than parting words, we're going to send you out with some outtakes from the first 10 episodes. So stick around for those. They're really fun.
Yeah. Thank you so much. You have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.
Wait, I just now started. What do you got in your mouth?
Roll me.
Don't play with your notebook.
So good.
And action.
Hi, welcome to There Will Be Podcast, and today's episode we are venturing into one of my favorite films, Ladybird.
And
Action.
Hi,
welcome to There Will Be Podcast, and today's episode we will be venturing into Greta Gerwig's 2017 film, Ladybird.
Alright.
Oh, that's what wait, is that what I say?
Yes, that's what
Oh,
you say.
my bad.
Also, let's introduce ourselves.
We're talking, I'm moving my hands,
Talking. Look like this.
Talking.
You ready?
Yeah.
Alright.
And action. And here we go. Alright.
And
Here we go.
here we go.
Hi.
And action. Alright, so speaking of Alfonso Cuarón, hold on.
And action.
And action. Alright.
Alright.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Alright.
Hi. Welcome to the LV Podcast. Hi. Welcome to the LV Podcast. My name is Pilar.
And my name is Ryan.
And this week we'll be discussing Darren
Aronofsky's.
Aronofsky's. I feel like I'm not saying it right.
You're not. Aronofsky.
Aronofsky. It's 2000. Ballet-centric psychological horror film. Black Swan.
You good?
Yes.
Okay. Face stretching, face stretching.
I'm saying this week we'll be discussing Mark Rosman's 2000 magical made-for-TV Lifesize
Comedy.
comedy.
Made for TV.
Comedy.
Yes.
You're gonna do like.
You're gonna do that? Oh, okay.
I'm gonna be the fox this whole time. Okay, ready?
And action? Is my Iron Man now? No. Okay. You're looking at the wrong one. Alright.
Okay. And action. Hi. Welcome to the RB Podcast. My name is Pilar.
Did you do it?
It's good.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Hi. My name is Hi. My name is Pilar. And this is
My name is Brian.
This
Hey,
is
my name's Brian.
Hi. This is the RB Podcast. And my name is Pilar.
My name is Ryan.
And this week we will be discussing Mark Rosman's 2000 magical. Alright, that's it. This is it. Okay. Hi.
Okay. Ah, damn it.